Good morning, everybody. My name is Susan, and welcome to another little half-hour hatha yoga, gentle hatha yoga. So I want you to sit back, sit cross-legged if you can. If you can't sit in Sukhasana, cross-legged position, just straighten your legs and sit in any position that's comfortable for you. All right, so we're going to connect with our breath. We always do a couple of minutes of pranayama before we start. Prana is breath and pranayama is breath control. Today we're going to sit in Buddha Mudra. So for our female yoginis, left hand cupped into the right, and for our male yogis, right hand cupped into the left. Make sure the mounds of your thumbs are together, resting gently on your lap. The female side of the body is the left, the right side is the male side. So this is our Buddha Mudra. Just having your hands like this into a little bowl is a receptive gesture. Now the mudras, there's so many of them and we try to do a lot of different ones. And what the mudra means, it's a spiritual gesture and it's also an energy seal. It seals the flow of the prana or the breath into your body so it's not lost. That's all it means. So sitting nice and tall on your sit bones, shoulders are relaxed, close your eyes if you'd like. Let's take a nice long smooth breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Now continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Just slow everything down and just breathe. Nice long, full, smooth breath. Inhale completely. Always suspend your breath just for a few seconds and exhale fully. Now is the time to drop your day and settle your mind and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. Slowly bring yourself out of your pranayama. And let's very gently bring our hands together and let's rub them vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together. Inhaling through the nose again and exhaling through the nose. One more breath. And on the next exhale, I'd like you to drop 3 fingers. Keep the index fingers together, preparing for Jupiter Mudra. Take a big breath. And on the exhale, let's come up all the way. Sitting nice and tall in those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body, wake up that spine. Reach up as high as you can that's comfortable for you. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion, are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers. For one more breath. On the exhale, release the hands. Inhale into a gentle back bend. Or just reach up to the ceiling. Always remember, just slow it down. Really try to feel that breath. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, a few minutes to just get in tune with that breath. So just relax. One more. On the exhale, I'd like you to bring your arms all the way down, very slow and gentle with your shoulders. Hands in front, with a straight spine, take a breath. And on the exhale, I'd like you to lean forward, crawl the fingers. Now from here, try to keep your head level with your spine, hinging with the hips. And if you can't go very far, you can just keep your hands wherever they need to be. And you can bend your elbows and just lean forward. Keep that breath going. Every breath you take is nice and long and smooth. The whole time we're together. And I would gently remind you to breathe. So I don't want you to hold your breath or forget to breathe. And in this position here, we're going to lengthen that spine. Start releasing the muscles up and down the spine. Take one more breath. And on the next exhale, stay low and let's shift our body weight to the left. Now here the weight's on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor. And reach. You can reach with both arms. If you find the stretch is more effective, to maybe focus on the right arm a little bit more, and you should feel it in the shoulder, the upper back, and all the way down. Here again, try to keep your head level with your spine. If you bow your head a little, that's fine. Just don't bow it too far that you actually curl your upper spine. And just go as far as comfortable. Take one more breath. On the next exhale, stay low, and let's shift our body weight. Moving very slow and gentle, shift yourself to the left, to the right. The weight's on the right thigh. Make sure the left hip stays on the floor. Here again, reaching with both arms. Or like I said earlier, if you want to focus more on the left, wherever you feel the stretch, and even if you can barely move, if you're really tight or really not very flexible, even if you just stay here and just lean forward. Wherever you feel that stretch is where you're supposed to be. So don't force your body. Just relax the shoulders. Close your eyes if that helps. Follow the rhythm of the breath. Feel that breath. That breath is there to guide you. Now while we're here, let's release the tension that we hold in our face. So I'd like you to just engage all the muscles in your face. Squeeze your face as tight as you can. And hold it. And let it go. Let all that tension filter through your body and sink into the ground for one more breath. And on the next exhale, stay low. Let's come back to center. Always moving your body slowly and very carefully. Hands on the lap, roll the shoulders out. Inhale, arms up, shoulder height. Exhale, bring them shoulder height forward. Lace the fingers together, palms out. Sitting straight, take a breath, and on the exhale, I want you to reach with the upper back. Releasing the upper back, reach. Keep the shoulders nice and low. Keep your back straight. Now I want you to remember to listen to your body, respect your limitations, and just do what you can. Don't worry if you can't go very far. It doesn't matter. Everything revolves around the breath. Do what you can. Feel that energy. On the exhale, release. I want you to bring your hands slowly all the way to the back. Now from here, grab your fingers. Just your fingertips is fine. Take your breath. And on the exhale, bring the shoulders up, bring the back, slide them down, shoulder blades together. Bring them together as tight as you can, that's comfortable. In this position here, it's going to release the chest. It's going to open up the pectorals, release the front of the deltoid, the shoulder, and open up the rib cage, open up your heart center. Lots of room to breathe for one more breath. On the exhale, leave the left hand on the floor behind your back. Slowly bring the right hand and bring it onto the left knee. And let's prepare for seated twist pose. On your next exhale, I want you to look over to the left, gently pressing on the left knee to the right. Keep your back straight, shoulders are relaxed. Now in our twist poses, the breath is exactly the same, and you don't have to force the twist. You don't have to torque your back or your neck. Even like I said, even if you just barely move, some positions or some stretches you might be able to go a little further, some, a little tighter, and you can't move too far. Doesn't matter. Do what you can. One more breath. On the exhale, slowly release. Let's go all the way to the other side. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind the back. Take your breath to center. Always. And exhale, look over the right shoulder. Now here again, once you get into the position, maybe one side of your body moves a little better and a little easier to work with. You might be able to go a little deeper, or maybe you can't go. Maybe you go even less. Always move on the exhale. So if you decide you want to go a little deeper, on your exhale, you can push on the knee and go a little further if you feel you need to. You be very careful with your spine. Now in this position here, we're going to release that spine, keeping it nice and flexible and supple and balanced. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles up and down your spine. On the next exhale, release, come back to center. All right, hands on the lap, roll the shoulders out, roll them out. All right, left hand on the floor beside the left knee. Here again, if you're going to be using a block, well, the bottom line is we're going to end up resting on the elbow on the floor. If you find that you can't get on the floor without your right hip coming off the floor, use your block. Just bring the floor up to you, and you can rest your elbow on your block. You can use your block in any position you like. And if you don't have a block, you can use a book or something that just gives you a little bit more height. Or if anything, just reach your arm out here. Don't even worry about getting your elbow on the floor. All right? So prepare, right hand, right knee, left hand on the block or on the floor. I'm gonna do mine on the floor today. Let's go, inhale up. Right arm up to the ceiling, exhale. Elbow and shoulder of the left arm are nice and lined up. Arm is lined up, so make sure you're not leaning forward or leaning back. And if you can reach over a little further if you're a little more flexible. And if you find this is a bit too intense, you can reposition your arms. I just want you to be able to feel the stretch down the right side of your body. On the exhale, right hand to right knee. And on the exhale, push away. Bring the right shoulder a little closer to the left knee. If you have to bend your elbow a little, that's fine. And let's release that upper back, shoulder, and shoulder blade for one more breath. On the exhale, bend the elbows, stay low. Come up very gently. All right, let's go to the other side. Counter pose. Take your block if you're using it. And if you decide you're not going to use a block, you can just prepare and bring your hand out here. All right, sitting tall, left hand, left knee, right hand on the block or on the floor or preparing to reach out. Let's go. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach. Try to relax. Now feel the breath. Always come back to the breath. Listen to the breath. Feel it. One more. On the exhale, left hand to left knee. And on the exhale, push away. One more breath. On the exhale, bend the elbow. Now we always move on the exhale, and I will cue you. Try to cue you anyway. When I say your next exhale or the next exhale, try to move nice and slow. My breath might be a little quicker because I have to talk and I'm a little busy. So roll the shoulders out. Perfect. All right. Let's open up those legs nice and wide. All right. Toes pointing up to the ceiling, of course, and this is a nice gentle calf stretch. From here, we're just going to do one today. This is all releasing the hamstring. All right. And hands on the knee, back is nice and straight. I'll do a quick little demo. All I want you to do is either just lean forward. If you can slide your hands down, and if you can grab your toes, you can grab your toes if you'd like, all right? The bottom line is leaning forward. You're going to feel it. Most people have very tight hamstrings, so this is a nice gentle stretch, releasing the back of the knee and, of course, the calf as well. Hands onto the knee with a straight spine. Again, head is level with your spine hinging at the hips. Big breath. Exhale. Now don't worry if you can't go very far. In this position here, pay attention to how your knees and your thighs feel. If they're tight, let them go. And that's learning how to release, identify and be able to release the tension in our body as we go along. And those of you who can reach your toes, if you want an extra stretch in your upper back, you can point your toes. One more breath. Exhale, come up all the way, nice and slow. All right, let's get into our little butterfly now. Now this particular stretch is the butterfly or the cobbler or the bound angle pose, and it's all about releasing the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, groin area, the tight buttocks, and start waking up those lovely hips. Again here, if you're having a hard time sitting like this, you can also support your knees with a little bit of height with a block perhaps. All right. So from here, if you find this is as far as you can go, just stay right here. Just rest your hands on your legs and just sit with a straight back and just stay here and breathe. Don't worry about moving. But if you want to go a little further, hands on the ankles, you can lean forward and gently press on the knees. Make sure your back is straight and your head is level with your spine. All right. On the exhale, I'm going to lean forward. So move on the exhale. Now here again, don't press down on the knees. It's about leaning forward more than pressing down on the knees. Just relax. Try to relax the legs, your hips, your thighs. Let it go. And always remember that yoga is not about performance. It's about integrating mind, body through breath awareness. So it all revolves around the breath. And even if you decide you can't do very much, or you have to back up and come out of a position, or you have to just skip it altogether because it's not going to feel good for you, don't worry about it. Just keep breathing. Relax. Smile. On the exhale, come up. All right. We're going to do one more. We're going to start loosening up the hips. This one is called Rock the Baby. So if you can, I'd like you to take your right foot, just bring it in a little bit, all right? Now, this is the end result. So we're going to hold on to the left foot and the left knee, and I'm just going to rock. That's it. Now, you don't have to do a lot of movement. A very gentle movement is all that's really necessary. If your hips are a little looser and you want to rock your baby a little bit more, absolutely. But a little bit of movement, and this is called Rock the Baby. This is a gentle hip opener. So just kind of starting to loosen up that ball and socket, release the muscles around the hip. One more breath. On the exhale, you can gently put it down, put your little baby down. Let's see if we can kind of reconfigure our feet and our legs, and let's try the other side. All right, it doesn't really matter what this position is. It's working on the opposite hip. So hold on to the right foot and the right knee, sit nice and tall, and rock your baby. Pay attention to how your body feels. If you experience pain, or you know it's going to give you pain, please don't do it. You don't have to. But if a little bit of discomfort sometimes is not a bad thing either. A little bit of discomfort, because usually you can breathe through it, or you can make a little adjustments and find that place that feels just right. And on the exhale, please put your little baby down. All right, now let's finally straighten those legs. All right, this is our staff pose. And this is a neutral place, sitting nice and tall on your sit bones, being aware of your posture. Relax the shoulders, point those toes. Left hand out, make a fist, bend it at the wrist, slightly turn it out to the baby finger. Now bring the arm down so we focus on the forearm, the wrist and the hand, not so much the shoulder. Releasing, decompressing all of our tight muscles. This is the extensor muscles, the wrist, the hand. By slightly turning it out to the baby finger, we stretch the muscles along the side of the forearm as well. On the next exhale, straighten hand, open fingers, palms to ceiling, bring the fingers back. Gentle, and let's release those flexor muscles. Into the wrist and into the hand. Very important to focus on the wrist, the hands, and the fingers as well. On the exhale, release, hand on the lap. Let's see if you can get those heels off the floor. Now let's try this one here. Sitting tall, just close your eyes, just breathe. And when you're aware of your posture, you know what? You can really take that breath. If you're all hunched over and rolled over, you know what? Everything is compressed. There's no way you're going to be able to get that breath. So try to, and even if you're not that straight, you know, if you're not that strong and you can't get your spine super straight, don't worry about that. Just do the best you can. On the exhale, straighten hand, palms to ceiling, bring it back. Try to relax, starting to feel a little bit calmer now. And on the exhale, release, get those heels on the floor, relax your knees and thighs. I want you to put your hands on your lap. We're gonna do a little finger exercise. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna lift, I'll do a quick demo, and we're gonna lift the fingers up and down. That's it. So keep your fingers on your lap and you're just lifting them up and down. That's it. So when we're gonna go to the little finger and work our way back. So sitting nice and tall, roll the shoulders out. If you have a hard time releasing the shoulders, roll them out whenever you need to. Hands on the lap, take your breath and let's follow the rhythm of the breath. Lift up the thumb. Every finger, just do what you can. Let's get a little movement into the fingers. Release those tight fingers, especially if you have stiff fingers, a little arthritis. This is also a little bit of hand-eye, a little bit of coordination as well. Just to move them, even if you barely get them off. I don't want you to feel like you have to, move as much as everybody else. No, you listen to your body. And once you get back to your thumb, come up. Bring your hands up and stretch them out. Get a deep stretch into the fingers, lengthen the fingers, release the hands, the palm of the hand. And then from here, I want you just to relax, slowly get into a claw, tight claw, and then into a fist. Tight fist, as tight as you can, that's comfortable. And then release, uncoil them. And then shake them out. All right, perfect. Roll them, roll the shoulders, all right? So from here, let's just wiggle our toes today. So wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, you round the ankles and the wrists a little bit. And from here, let's get into our table. All right, so if you need extra padding, you can put some underneath your knees or your wrist if you need to. I always supply little pads like this I've cut up for my students. All right, table. Alignment, ankle to knee, knee to hip, knees hip distance apart, elbows, shoulders, wrists lined up. Let's do some cat and cow together. Inhale, head up, sacrum up. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest. Make sure you try and relax your thighs. Keep going. Follow the rhythm of the breath all the way up. And let's lengthen that spine. Stretch that spine a little bit more. Release upper back and lower back. Meditation in motion, cat and cow, breath in motion. This is a wonderful stretch for that lower back. And let's do one more cat and cow, up. Inhaling up, exhaling down. From here, bring yourself to straight, neutral spine. We're gonna get ourselves up to our mountain from here. So I want you to curl your toes and let's come up. All right, shake it out. Shake those hands, roll the shoulders out. Shake the legs out, release those hips. All right. Standing mid-mat, feet are hip distance apart. This is our mountain Tattasana. This is another neutral place to be. Let's take a few breaths into our nice strong mountain. Make sure that you're nice and tall, being aware of your posture. Try to go through your body, do that checklist. Release the tension in your body, wiggle your toes. Release the knees, the thighs, your belly, your buttocks, your shoulders. Let it all go. Let all that tension and stress filter through your body. Just sink into the ground, coming out your foot chakra. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Inhale into a gentle back bend. One more breath. On the exhale, prepare for ragdoll, swan dog, hinging up the hips, soften your knees, come down. Keep your knees nice and soft. This is our ragdoll. This is a wonderful full body stretch. Just let it all go. One more breath. On the next exhale, bend the knees, come up very slowly, reversing the blood flow so you don't get dizzy. Come up, roll the shoulders out. All right, let's do a nice quick little flow today, a little easy one. Coming to the front of your mat, preparing for pyramid. Take your breath. On the exhale, step back. Nice big step with the right leg. Back foot's on an angle. Check your alignment. Make sure hip, knee, ankle, foot are nice and lined up, taking care of those knees. Hips are square. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Big breath. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Fold over, hands onto the knees for engaged pyramid. For those of you who are practicing yoga yoginis, if you want to do your full pyramid, absolutely. Beginners, you can stay right here. Try to keep your legs straight. If this bothers you for any reason, soften your knee for your own comfort if you need to. Preparing for warrior two. On the exhale, bend the knee, push yourself up, windmill, right over. Right arm over to the back, left to the front. Standing nice and tall, back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Finding your lunge, you should be able to see the tip of the toe from the tip of the knee. That's it, nice lunge. That means ankle and knee are nice and lined up, keeping your knees safe. Looking at the tip of the left finger, preparing for our reverse warrior. Take your breath. Exhale, left arm comes up, right arm onto the back of the right leg. Keep your lunge. Nice and strong, powerful warrior poses. One more breath. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to go into the other side now. So take your breath. Exhale, straighten left leg. Turn your heels to the right to 5-star. Preparing for warrior two. Going to the right. On the next exhale, turn your feet to the right, find your lunge, warrior two. Preparing for reverse warrior, take your breath. On the exhale, left hand on the back of the left leg, right arm comes up. From here, let's get into pyramid. On the exhale, straighten right leg, windmill down, engage pyramid on the knee or all the way down if you can. One more breath. Exhale, bend the knee, come up very, very slowly. Come back to mountain. Roll the shoulders out. Perfect. Let's get ourselves back down into our child's pose. Let's take a little rest. Open up the knees if you need to. Lean back. Make sure your head and your neck are supported. Come down. You can rest your forehead on your stacked fists. You can rest your forehead on your block, your stacked hands, or on the floor. And just rest in your child's pose, Balasana. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths just to absorb the benefit of our practice. And now's the time to thank yourself for being on your mat right now, taking this special time for yourself, even if it's just for 30 minutes, to rest, to breathe, to reconnect with your breath, relaxing, self-soothing, part of your self-care. And just to step away from the outside world for a little while. For one more breath. On the next exhale, slowly bring yourself out of your child's pose. Let's very gently get ourselves onto our backs. Come up nice and slow onto your back, all the way down. Back is nice and grounded, shoulders are relaxed. Keep your knees bent. Let's give ourselves a nice big hug. On the exhale, bring your knees up. Big hug. And rock from side to side. Just rock. And let's really release the spine. Give yourself a wonderful back massage. Rock and breathe. Close your eyes. Keep that breath going. Little circles to the left, focusing on the lower back. And little circles to the right. Knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall shoulder height. Preparing for twist pose. On the exhale, drop your knees to the left if you can. Look over the right shoulder. Just let your knees fall. You can straighten your legs a little for comfort if you have to. If you find if your block is handy and you want to slip your block underneath your bottom knee to support you, you can do that as well. But just let them fall. Gentle spinal twist. One more breath. On the exhale, slowly, very gently bring your knees up. Let's go to the other side. Adjust your shoulders and your neck for comfort. Take your breath. And on the exhale, drop your knees to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Just let it go. Let your body sink into the ground. One more breath. On the exhale, bring the knees up. I want you to straighten those legs. Keep your breath going one at a time. Inhale, arms up. Let them fall over your head and stretch your body out. Stretch it out. Lengthen your body. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. Feeling heavy, completely relaxed, calm. Feeling the weight of your body sinking into the ground for one more breath. On the next exhale, bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling. Hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. Prepare for Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time, whatever speaks to you at this point. Resting in Savasana, resting into our corpse pose at this point. You can bend your knees if you'd like. You can lay on your side. Just rest. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energy to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into your space, back into your room. Bring life back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And very, very slowly and gently bring yourself up. Back to our cross-legged Sukhasana position or any seated position at this point that feels comfortable for you. Take your time. Come up nice and slow. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub them vigorously to activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath. To tune in, inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace, may love and light be with you always. Namaste. Thank you. And always remember, these classes, you can repeat them and do them over and over again if you'd like. Thank you for joining me, and we're done with this one. Stay tuned. We're going to be working on a Pilates class shortly and another lovely chair yoga class. So have a wonderful day.